Just setting up. We are setting up. Topic today. Shout out to y'all on BHP. Big ups to the whole playback gang. Let me show y'all some love right quick. Shout out to y'all for tuning in. It was just something I'm thinking about. And so I just fired off this live stream to open the discussion up, put something on y'all mind, because my question is, will Canelo Alvarez ever become undisputed champion? And then also Errol Spence. So we're going to talk about him a little bit too. So I don't know how long I'm going to be, but for the ones that's here, thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to the ones that's in the live chat. I'm going to drop a link to my homies right quick because they can join the discussion. And I'm not using no sources today. So this is just off my own opinion. Okay. And just putting a question out there. And I want y'all to think about this because what's up, Saul and Chin Smoke? Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Canelo Alvarez is one world title away from being recognized as an undisputed champion of the world. In my opinion, becoming undisputed sets you apart from a lot of other fighters. It proves that you are the best in your weight class. You will be forever solidified in history and be remembered as a undisputed champion, which means that you are the best in that weight class. Nobody can ever take that away from you when you reach that. Now, Canelo Alvarez, right? He had an opportunity to do this at 160. He chose to go up in weight, face Kovalev, and then decided to settle down at 68, where he's in hot pursuit of undisputed. But he is dealing with a situation where the last belt is in the hands of a side of the street that don't really care about undisputed like that. Am I right or wrong? They should just pay Plant extra and go ahead and get the fight. He doesn't deserve it, but it may be the only way to get him in the ring. Shout out to the homie Hap who got a strap on the UGC, letting it be known they are going to have to overpay Plant. I agree with him. They are going to have to overpay this guy, and that might not work. We have seen when there's a unification presented to a PBC fighter, I've seen it. It don't matter about the amount. Sometimes they just won't do it if they don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? But back to on track, right? Because he got a lot of man fans, Canelo Alvarez. You know, and I was pushing this dude to become undisputed at 60. He left. He went out to 68. He got was it Callum Smith? He got Billy Joe Saunders, Abney Yildirim in his route towards undisputed right now. And Caleb Plant is the last one. But what if they don't give him the fight? Would a PBC get on some diva shit and be like, you know what, whatever, man. We got the most prestigious strap. We got the IBF. Fuck you mean? Oh, you need this belt, huh? Oh, this one. This one you need? Well, hey, too bad. We got other things to do unless you want to pay us this. Top dog, Mr. Cash Cow. Did Canelo play himself thinking that he was going to have an easier route to undisputed at 68? And this is the guy standing in your way. You might not get it. You might have to totally vacate all plans. We could have been talking about in pursuit of two-time undisputed, but he declined that. He declined it. Now you got Plant problems. You got Plant problems. Plant might not even get in there with you, preventing your legacy of becoming undisputed. Your thoughts today, ladies and gentlemen. Will Canelo Alvarez ever become undisputed? Is there a price good enough for Plant to say, all right, man, I'll go ahead and let you be great against me? Errol Spence. Will Errol Spence ever become undisputed? Unfortunately, the WBA will not reinstate Manny Pacquiao as the WBA champion, super WBA champion at welterweight. So that means that Errol is going to have to wait on getting another belt. He's getting a payday. A lot of people are happy about that. Yeah, he's going to get his bag. He get this bag, he can get another bag with a belt and another bag with a belt. I see delays. I'm hearing rumors that he can't make 47 too much longer. You know what I mean? And even if he's able to get Ugas next, you still got one guy who's holding on to a belt that you need. Just like Plant holding on to something that Canelo need, Errol is holding on to something, or Bud is holding on to something that Errol need. I see Jermell Charlo. Fortunately for him, the last belt is on his side of the street. Fight is already made. It's next weekend. And we talking about big champ shit. All the belts. And Errol Spence is in the same spot. His M's might grow, but the belts remain the same strap season. The real strap season of Texas is Big Charlo Jermell. Come on now. That's Jermell. So he don't have nobody holding him up with the last belt. But Canelo got them kind of problems. And if Errol want to remain at 47 and pursue the undisputed, you still got Bud Crawford problems. I don't know what he gonna do as far as after October with his contract or whatnot with Top Rank, but I imagine he's still gonna be defending his belt at 47. I'm gonna just assume that. So either way, is it undisputed or not? You feel me? I understand. Other people want to live the Floyd lifestyle. We just chasing checks. We ain't worried about legacy. My kids can't eat legacy. Shit like that. So I pay attention to the big champ shit, man. Who trying to get it all? Who going for the glory? Who trying to be the greatest of all time? Or be remembered as one of those? Did Canelo play himself? Thinking that, oh, whatever, I'll just go up to 68 and get it. PBC probably like, skirt. I don't think so. Nah, homie. You thought you was going to duck 60 and have a free pass at 68. Man, let me tell you something. We got a lot to learn. When you think you run boxing, we're going to see, though. We are going to see. Plant needs to take money and get knocked out. Chinsmo say, Plant better not say no again. Just say yes. Boxing God, he says Karma could have been had the shot at undisputed with Andrade at 160. Fuck him then. This bitch just recently said he won't fight the man. I mean, people are okay with someone who says that they are the best or rated as top pound for pound saying that he'll never give a guy a shot. Yeah, I'm done. I was off it from there. Before then, but that was just a total confirmation for the ones who didn't know that it's me again. That man is just, that's gonna always follow him. Man, should have fought Plant first. Would have been cheaper. B side, strong arm, and the A sides out here. Earl can't cross the street. Say it ain't so. In-house promotions. Plant don't want the smoke, says Saul. Jamal's out here saying he will be the lineal champion, though. Okay. We talking about undisputed. So if you're not having that conversation, it's the wrong live stream, brother. Yeah. My bro 1-2. What's going on, 1-2 kid? What's going on? I don't know how much time I got. I'm gonna just open it up for a little bit, dropping the link. You know, only my regulars. We've been having some trolls try to come through and sing random songs and shit. You know, I'm gonna start. I'll be nice and shit. I'm gonna stop letting motherfuckers come on here and just troll. Niggas come on the channel just to, I don't know, be heard or something. If you ain't contributing to the topic, don't even step up here. Feel me? Start dropping the elevator. You know what I'm saying? Going down. But Jamal, cool. He said Crawford ain't gonna be undisputed. Why you not saying that? He's already been undisputed. Fam, keep up. You mean undisputed again? Is that what you mean, Jamal? Because you forgot, huh? That man already been undisputed. Iron Kong, what's happening?
It's like Jamal forgot that. Crawford, he should say Crawford ain't gonna be undisputed again.
Again. Yes, sir.
That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Jamal already talking about how, Crawford ain't gonna Crawford. He said that he was gonna hold Errol Spence to his word that he was gonna fight Terrence Crawford next. That's what Jamal said. I remember him saying on live. So now is Jamal starting to backtrack and now saying, "Oh, look, see, Crawford ain't gonna be undisputed, but neither is Errol Spence, boy. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all are supposed to be boxing fans. Stop being man fans." In terms of the Caleb
I'm
plan,
talking about undisputed at 147. And fuck again. Okay, that's one.
Again, Jamal. When is Errol
Don't matter.
Spence going to be undisputed?
It
That
When
don't
is Errol
matter.
Spence going to be
at
undisputed? Oh,
147.
it don't matter now. It don't matter now.
At 147. Spence gonna be undisputed at 147. Crawford not.
So
Down
hold on.
140.
So the topic is, Jamal, is Errol Spence ever going to become undisputed? Like ever?
Right.
One time.
He will. At
How?
147.
Where?
How and who?
How?
With who?
At 147.
How?
So he gonna fight Bud Crawford then.
Yes.
You know, but you said in the chat, let me go back to your comment. You said something, well, at least he'll be a lineal.
Right.
He be lineal. He says
he gonna be the lineal champion. Yeah.
he be
Jamal,
lineal though.
if
You don't
Errol
want him to be
Spence,
undisputed.
if Errol Spence moves up and doesn't fight Crawford,
He got 2 more fights at 4. He got 2 more fights at 47, man.
oh my God! So if you don't fight
hold
Crawford,
on. So Crawford, so Pacquiao, who don't got a belt, right? And then who he gonna fight next?
Ugas.
So he gonna go out
oh
with 3
God.
belts. He's not gonna be undisputed because you say he got 2 fights left.
Well, whoever Ugas fight, I don't know who gonna be the champ, who gonna win, but whoever that WA, they gonna be on PBC side. So the next fight after he smashed Pacquiao, that's who he gonna fight.
Yeah.
Then after that, we gonna go for we're gonna go the end of the rainbow. The gold at the end of the pot is that WBO belt. Cause we know Crawford, we know he'll threat. We know that.
Oh, but I'm holding you to that. I'm holding you to that, Jamaica. If you don't fight Crawford, he the A side. If you don't fight Crawford, I'm gonna hold you. In terms of Canelo, Black.
Guess
Let
what?
me be clear with you. Go ahead, Jamal. Sorry.
Crawford gotta accept the terms though, man. If you
I'm
want
glad.
60-40, if you don't want, like Smith said,
So hold on, real
left,
quick. So we gonna move on, Jamal, because the question is he gonna ever become undisputed? So we're gonna get to that. You said something about Canelo though, Iron Cone. Go ahead.
In terms of Canelo, let me be clear with y'all, man. Caleb Plant turned down that fight twice already. Twice. You understand me? I told y'all in the last life, anytime you hear somebody say, I know my worth, all that shit, and they got one belt, they never fought nobody, they never done nothing, look out for the duck. Caleb Plant is going to allow these people to keep him over there with his IBF belt, fighting Feigen Boots and all these other people, and he not gonna fight nobody. They're not gonna let him fight Benavidez. None of that. Him versus Benavidez ain't no pay-per-view fight. Him versus anybody ain't no pay-per-view fight. But
Look at
he gonna let these people tell him, don't go to the zone for no whatever they're offering you. Stay here. Ask for more money. Ask for more money over here. And they can't pay you that kind of money over here. They're gonna do him like Tank. They're gonna keep him over there fighting nobodies. Tank fighting nobody, doing 200,000 pay-per-view buys. Oh, you're a star. You're a star. I'm gonna pay this $1 million and you shut up. Y'all don't realize UFC is murdering boxing. 1 point something million pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? People now covering MMA, UFC. They're not covering boxing because of this behavior of, man, you ain't gotta fight this person. Don't take the money. Don't make the fight. That's all boxing does. Kill fights. Bullshit.
what's up, guys? Just
What
jump.
up, Lenar? What's happening?
What's how you doing, UGC?
Chilling, bro.
Yeah,
Go ahead, man. Cook.
I want to make a comment with the last guy who just spoke. He has a point, but it's not only just because the best don't fight the best. It's also because there's too many sanctioning bodies. It's too many. It's too many. It's too many. Too many belts. Too many big companies, and it's becoming a bidding war of basically who wants to be who wants to be top dog. So although I agree it's the best will fight the best, but even if the best did fight the best, let's say Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence, man, that's like a hardcore's dream. And we want to see that's like the number one fight hardcores want to see. But if they fought today, tomorrow, probably do what about 400,000 or 500,000. I mean, definitely no more than 600,000. But the hype you think that it's getting, you think that's damn near Pacquiao Spence. You think that do damn near over 2 million. But that's what I'm saying. It's not only because the best don't fight the best. It's even the best did fight the best. It's still not gonna be able to beat the UFC.
Yeah, but
So
it starts. It's sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, you're correct. No, you're correct. Don't think I'm disagreeing with you. You are correct. The best just have to fight the best. That's where it starts at. But it's a multitude of things. It's just the best don't fight the best. We have too many hands in the pot, too many belts, and what the UFC does is very brilliant. It's like the NFL, the NBA. It's one name, one face, so they can market. They can market that one company. I mean, what do they have? They have Bellator, but that's not touching the UFC. And they have one. They have one belt. And so I think that what boxing needs to do is have, instead of having four belts, have two belts. Instead of having these big, but the only way you can have this, the government needs to step in, and it needs to have the only way that, because if you make a company, a boxing company, because anybody can make a company, and it becomes successful, DAZN, PBC, Top Rank, and it becomes successful, then anybody can get their fighters, and then the fighters can cross over because they're getting paid better, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what I'm saying is that in order for it to for you not to see all these belts, the government needs to step in and start making sanctions and basically saying, okay, this company needs to be destroyed, this company needs to combine with this company, and this belt needs to combine with this belt company, et cetera, et cetera. That's the only way, because if not, you're gonna continue to keep seeing the zones popping, the match rooms, the trillers, et cetera, et cetera, and you're not gonna keep, you're not gonna see one name, one face, or one or two names. So that's part of the reason. That's also a part of the reason.
Let me just quickly say, quickly. We have four sanctioning bodies, right? You have four champions possibly. The issue here is because, as Haplo said, that's why you need undisputed champions and not people who jump around and say undisputed don't matter, shit like that. You have a situation now where you have an undisputed champ at 140, and you got people who all of a sudden saying, oh well, yeah, he undisputed, but that don't matter. That don't matter. It's like a snake eating its own tail. You know what I'm saying? So when you're a champ, you're supposed to fight the other champs. That's what's supposed to happen. But these promoters and these lazy fighters are now saying, well, it don't really matter. Who cares? Because the casual fans don't care. Well, the casual fans do care. The casual fans are buying UFC pay-per-views, apparently. When people tell me, oh, it's the climate, ain't nobody selling pay-per-views. Yes, they are selling pay-per-views, just not in boxing. Because people like Caleb Plant want obscene amounts of money off of their stellar record of fighting Feigen boots and tracks. Man, stop.
and that's what I'm saying. Like there's like remember back in the day, there wasn't as many belts and it wasn't as many sanctioning bodies. So that's why, excuse me, there wasn't as many big boxing companies. So that's why
So
I'm saying that that's part of the reason is because you have too many people. The average boxing fan cannot follow all WBC, IBF, WBA, Ring Magazine belt, WBO, all these other belt. They cannot keep following these things, and that's why I'm like, if you're going to make boxing a little bit bigger, it needs to be under one huge umbrella. It can't just be four, five, six, seven different. It's just too much. And then they're not going to shell that out. And then on top of that, like you said, the best don't fight the best, which is part of true. But even if, like I said, even if the best did fight, let's say that Wilder fought Joshua before Wilder fought Fury, that maybe may have cracked 1.1, which is good, which is a solid number. Don't get me wrong, but that's not 1.7, 1.8. Damn
That
near
it'll
2.
crack that in America only.
Yeah, yeah,
Globally,
yeah,
that would have been a
exactly,
crazy
exactly.
fight.
And that's what people like Ring IQ. He has a point, but it's also it goes much deeper into that than just that. It's other things that's hindering the sport. And I actually believe, and I'm gonna say this real quick, and you guys may disagree, but I think marination for a fight's actually a bit too. It's actually a bit good, but sometimes it can be overdone.
hey,
For example, it,
TBS, what's up, fam?
What's going on, fellas? Man, how y'all feel, man?
Hey, right quick, make sure y'all
What up,
subscribe
man? What
to
up?
the boxing section, my bro. Yeah, man. What's your thoughts on today's topics, man? Will Canelo Alvarez ever become undisputed? And will Errol Spence ever become undisputed? What's your thoughts on that, fam?
No
Mm.
and hell no.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Why you say that?
Uh,
Why? Okay, go ahead and explain. Why you say that? Start with Errol.
I'm gonna start with Errol Spence, man. You know what I'm saying? My favorite fighter. Um, it's just not feasible. It's really not feasible for Errol Spence for it to happen. Um, Bob Arum has a way of keeping niggas in their contract. You know what I mean? He has a way of if he gets you a fight, he can keep you for another fight. So it's really gonna be hard for Terrence Crawford to just leave that man. Uh, I know he's been trying. I think he's going to try to, but I don't think it's gonna be that easy. See, people don't understand. They think that you could just walk out and just get the fuck on. That ain't necessarily true because if the fight does a certain number or something shake like that, he might have to fight another fight with the man. So it's
It
it's
is
not.
easy. Everybody else don't got out the contract. Why Bud can't?
They didn't just get out the contract. What are you talking about, man? Mikey Garcia, it took that motherfucker forever to even get out that contract,
Okay, but he
exactly.
did though, right? And the point is he
Yeah,
did though, right?
but that's years later, bro.
bro.
That's
Okay,
years later.
Cotto, Mayweather, all along.
So Jamal, let him finish,
Everybody.
then you can
Okay.
Man,
reply.
listen, like I just said, man, it ain't that easy to just get the fuck out them contracts with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was my point. My point was it's hard to get out them contracts to Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? People getting on the nigga saying like, oh man, he ain't doing this or doing that. But if you bad talk the man, you know what I'm saying, then you're not gonna have no fights. Then you're gonna be broke because you ain't gonna be able to fight. You know what I'm saying? That's Mikey Garcia. That's what happened with Mikey Garcia. You feel what I'm saying? But I'll say this: um, if he's able to leave, that fight might happen. You know what I mean? It just might happen. Um, but I just don't see it happening. Uh, but really said he wants to fight. I'm hoping that he changes his mind. But I'm hoping that they change their mind, man, and they get it in. Eddie Hearn is full of shit. He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of dog shit.
Eddie Hearn?
Liar. Eddie Hearn is a fucking liar.
What happened?
You know what I mean? He's just a liar. He never that he says. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
you gotta give me specifics. What did
I
he say,
can't
bro?
tell you. Well, this is what I'm saying. Anytime he says something, you can't trust it. So anytime he said that he gave somebody an offer, I never believe him. You know what I mean? I never believe him.
Whoa. Okay. When did this
I
happen,
never believe
fam?
that
Like
guy.
what? All of a sudden, Eddie Hearn is not a credible dude, and we don't need to believe nothing he say. I felt like Bob Arum was a guy we don't believe, but what
I don't
happened?
believe
Where Eddie Hearn now?
I really don't believe him. Well, no, Eddie Hearn is full of shit too, though. You know what I'm saying? But him and Bob Arum full of shit. You know what I mean? Hell, our Heyman is full of shit. You know what I mean? All these niggas is full of shit. To your point, you know what I mean? They
Oh,
want
so
to
everybody's
they
full
try
of
to
shit.
keep
All right,
artists.
my bad.
Oh, yeah, they all full of shit, man. You know what I mean? But Eddie Hearn is
Well,
just the biggest
how
piece of
they
shit.
how them full of shit? We getting the fights, right?
Y'all, we ain't
We
getting the
getting
fights
fights.
that we want,
Yeah,
bro.
he just
Okay, what fight
We're
you
not
want
getting the
that you
fights
ain't
that we
seen?
want. We're getting cool fights. We're not getting great fight cards. We're getting good fights. We're getting a good fight. You know what I'm saying? The best card that we got this year was Gervonta Davis. That was the best card.
wait. You saying
Oh
out
my
of all the
God.
fights this year?
I'm saying the overall card. We talking about overall card. The card name cachet on one card. I mean,
Oh,
you had
you saying the full card?
the full card. That's the problem with that's the problem with boxing. It ain't just y'all. They giving us one good fight for the night, and all the other fights straight shit. You know what I'm saying? Not that they shit, but it's like give us a name though. Give us somebody that we can that we're familiar with. They
That's
just
yeah,
they just
but that's what I'm saying. It's hard to do that when you have all these companies that have their fighters and they want to keep their fighters. So I'm saying it's harder to do that, and they want to work with each other. That's what I'm
well.
saying. It's hard for that. I agree with you. I'm just saying that it's hard to do that when all these companies that have their fighters, and boxing doesn't have enough fighters to go around with. You can have 4 or 5 different outfits.
But you do know the zone has a lot of fighters at 168, and then
And
they
I
had a lot
agree.
of fighters then they got a lot of fighters at 160.
Yes,
Why can't
but
Demetrius Andre get a big fight?
okay. So let's say that you
They're
made
in the
it.
same network, right?
No, I agree with you, man. I'm just like, come on, man, just calm down. I'm not trying to come at you. I'm
No,
saying,
I'm
but
not. I'm just saying though.
okay.
I'm just saying that that's why I think Eddie Hearn is full of shit. You got all them people at 160 on the zone, and Demetrius Andre can't even get a fight. But you keep telling us that you offered these people, that you offered them this and you offered them that. I just don't believe that you gave them a good offer.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I mean, if you got, let's say you get Demetrius Andrade versus Triple G, right? They fight under the same banner. So you get that pretty decent fight. Okay, then you want to get another big fight. Does boxing really have enough big fights to go around where you can stack 2 or 3 at the same time? I mean, imagine that's why I made a point earlier that even though I do agree that the best need to fight the best, I actually do agree with a little bit of marination. I mean, at the end of the day, these boxing stories do need marination. Now, should it be to the point where it's like Terrence Crawford's Earl Spence long? No, I don't agree with that. But at the same time, should it be a little bit of marination, maybe a year or two? I'm okay with that. Imagine Terrence Crawford jumps up and then fought Earl Spence right then and there. Would that really be a fight that was worth it at that time? You see what I'm saying? So there needs to be a little bit of marination because it builds storylines. But I can agree that it doesn't need to be overblown.
I agree
So
with that.
so so TBS, you said no and hell no when it came to Canelo and Errol Spence ever becoming undisputed. I was making a point earlier that Canelo had an opportunity at 160 and he passed on that, and so he went up to 68. And he might not get the opportunity because Caleb Plant is in the way. But it's a trip because all the belts was pretty much in house. Everything was right there for him when he was at 60. So this is a little different situation because you got a guy who's on a whole nother side of the street, as they say. But you had an opportunity. You had a dude right there on your side of the street. It was just he's a horrible fighter, so undisputed wasn't worth it. But it is what it is.
That's true.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah,
Horrible fighter.
like,
You're a horrible fighter.
and it's the thing though. They always talk about how people are horrible fighters and all that shit, but just get the motherfucker out the way then. You know what I mean? Get him the
Yeah,
fuck out the
I'm not.
way.
When you
We
say he
just gonna show.
horrible,
We're gonna show
when you
people
say he a
like, look.
horrible fighter, that mean he a good fighter. That mean you scared.
I mean, you motherfucking. It's some work.
Charlo said
It's
that
some work.
Jamal. It was so that means Charlo scared of Andre.
He said he too
Yeah,
small.
he might be scared of Andre too. He don't want to fight him.
But I don't understand. I don't understand why. I mean, somebody got to explain to me what's this aversion people have to Andre. I don't understand. Like, Y'all gotta tell me
They they know
because
what it is, dog.
I wasn't watching Andre at 154. So y'all gotta explain to me what the fuck happened. Like what? It can't just be some shit with Jamel way
Well,
back
he
when.
pulled
No, no,
out of
no, no.
Jamel. He pulled out of Jamel
Yeah,
fight.
but
He didn't
I
pull
don't
out.
want. But Jamal can't use that as his excuse. And Triple G has been asked about that fight multiple times. He has said no, playing out. His trainer said he told Triple G to fight Andre, and he said no, he's gonna fight Deverenchenko. You know what I mean? So it's like you could offer these people the world, and for some reason they're not gonna fight Andre. You can't force people to fight. Jamal Charlo over there, and it's fight Montiel. You too small. You this, you that. So this dude ain't getting no attention. So somebody's gonna have to explain to me how do you force people to fight Demetrius Andre? Something's off. Under the banner, outside the banner, nobody want to fight this dude. I don't
You
get it.
offer them, you offer to get them to fight. You just offer them more money. That's it. That's the only thing I can think of.
He's
How
just
much more money?
he's too much risk and not enough reward. He's not a big enough name to be.
What?
It's crazy, bro.
That's what it is.
I
Probably
mean,
what else could it be?
nah, I
He's
mean,
too good and not too good and doesn't bring enough
This
to
is
the
why
party.
I tell you. This is why I tell you. That's why you got ESPN putting all this attention on MMA now, and they're not even doing that for Top Rank because pretty much it's like it's not enough money. I'm sorry, UFC guys making like $500,000 to show, and they're fighting in main events. These guys making $7 and $8 million and saying, nah, that ain't enough. Oh my God.
Boxing needs a commission.
that's how this shit going. So, does anybody believe that Errol Spence and Canelo Alvarez will become undisputed one day? Anybody?
Yeah, I
Well,
believe that.
I never really got to answer the question when I hopped on. I didn't know that was like the question that you were asking everybody.
It's in the title, but yeah,
Oh, I mean, I didn't know that. You directly asked him. I thought we were talking about other stuff when I had hopped on, but
yeah,
uh,
you know. But
yeah,
shout out, welcome to the UDC.
I
Hey,
mean,
but yeah, what's your thoughts?
yeah. Well, now that I know, I'll answer. But so I think that for Canelo, I don't know if he ever become undisputed because I think PBC is going to play hardball on him because they want to fight a multi fight deal, fight Plant, Benavidez, and Charlo, and then for Earl Spence, I don't know because I do think that he wants to get off the belt before he wants to come at Crawford, and so I don't know if but then now you have the WBA saying that Pacquiao is not going to be reinstated. So now that makes the road to undisputed even longer. I mean, Errol Spence. One thing about him, I give it to him, is that he says that once he says, he's very consistent about what he says. I noticed these things. So that it's gonna be harder because now you're gonna have to if Ugas keeps the belt or whoever fights for that belt at PBC at the WBA and wins that belt, Spencer's gonna have to fight him first and then fight Crawford, and then we'll see what happens by that time.
Yep.
For
So
Can-
Jamal, what's your thoughts,
Canelo,
fam? You think Canelo or Errol Spence ever become undisputed, and if
I
so,
think
what weight class?
I think Smith's gonna be on the split at 147 anyway. But for Canelo, to be honest, it really don't matter for him because long as he beat the top fighters and move up and beat them top fighters, it, the belts won't really mean nothing for him. That shit really don't mean nothing for Canelo.
So the
To be
belts
honest,
don't mean nothing to him.
no,
Okay.
it don't,
So
cause he,
now the belts don't. So why would he say he want to clean out 47? Why has he stated that
no,
once
I'm
he
talking
gets the
not
WBA? Huh?
no, I'm talking about Canelo. I ain't talking about Smith. I'm talking about Canelo. For him,
Go
it
Canelo?
it, yeah,
He
it worked for different. It worked for different fighters, like for like Mayweather, superstar. Mayweather didn't care nothing about undisputed. It didn't matter to him. The belts didn't mean
what are you
nothing to him.
talking
Cause
about, bro?
no, I'm using an example. I'm talking about Canelo. I was using the example for Floyd Mayweather because he never been undisputed. It didn't matter. Once you get to a certain plateau, undisputed don't mean nothing. For like now,
Okay.
let's get back to Canelo. That shit really don't mean nothing because if he go beat Benavidez, Charlo, Andre, and all the folks, then go up and beat Beaver and all them folks at 175. It don't matter about being undisputed. He the man. I ain't worried about that shit.
You're not
It
worried
don't do
about that
that
shit,
much.
but that's his goal, man. That's his pursuit. He wants to become undisputed. So That's
Guess
your
what?
opinion, but
That ain't his goal. That ain't his goal. Cause if that was his goal,
why,
he
why
wouldn't
would
be
he be
moving up in
unifying
weight.
then,
He wouldn't be
Jamal?
moving up in weight. If you trying to be undisputed, you ain't moving up in weight trying to be undisputed. You trying to be undisputed in one weight class. So Canelo moving up and then all these different weight classes. How he literally trying to be undisputed then? That don't make no sense. It
Dog,
don't
this
make
is what he
sense,
wants to do, man. He stated this, bro. But whatever, Jamal.
man.
You don't think he doing what he said he doing, and what his
Man,
actions show he
guess
doing.
what?
He unifying, bro.
Well, guess what? For 168, if Caleb Plant ain't trying to take the fight, offer him $5 more million. He want 10. Say, tell him say I get okay, give him 15. Cause I know you got it, cause you're making 300 something fucking $1 million. So get a
What are you
man
talking
another
about?
$5 million, and got that.
Give
Cause
him,
that's yeah.
give
Why
him
not?
another extra 5 million, and he'll be undisputed at 68.
He'll be
That's what you're
on the
saying.
street at 68. Like what's the thing said? Like what's the goal? How you get in the fight? Like I said, you offer him more money. That's how you get him to fight.
That man ducked undisputed at 60 and struggling to get it at 68. God damn.
Man, Canelo,
Woo-wee.
man, to be
All
honest,
right,
Canelo the man. Canelo, man,
Hey,
he's the man
they
right
gonna
now.
play keep away with this undisputed shit with Canelo. That's what he get, man.
He the
Horrible
man though.
fighter. That's what you get, man. Clown. He a clown, bro. He
Hey, he
think he
gonna beat
bigger
all.
than boxing.
He gonna beat all them.
Karma for not doing undisputed with Andre. That's what you damn get, man. Hey, play hardball with this redhead ass motherfucker, man. Get up out of here. Get up
yeah,
out of here.
So
that's
it's
good.
your boy. What
Good
about your boy
luck.
Triple G? Why he ain't? Somebody
Here you
explain
go.
that to me. Why he ain't fighting nobody? Why nobody ain't never put his feet to the fire and fighting the
Triple
best, fighting the
G,
best? Man,
he
come
a
on,
clown
man.
too, bro. He a clown.
A straight clown, man. Nobody ain't saying nothing about this guy not fighting nobody. Like it don't even matter for him. But if anybody else, black fighters or Canelo, oh, he got to be man. Come on, man. Why y'all ain't doing that shit with Triple G though?
Oh man, he trust me. When he get his shit is gonna be unleashed, man. We gonna unleash flame on his ass. But yeah, man, Canelo got plant problems, bro. He got plant problems, PBC problems, man. He thought he would have a better opportunity trying to become undisputed where the last belt is on the other side of the street. PBC of all streets. Tripping, bro. Where you had it's me again right there on your same side of the street and you passed on it. But it's me
But
again.
yeah, I heard that like
Smart
um
you are, sir.
I heard that I'm not sure how true this is, but basically PBC wants to sign him to a multi-fight deal. But this is fighting great names like Plant, Benavides, and Charlo. So why would you not want to do that? That's fighting the best, ain't it?
Bruh.
Man, this shit crazy, get crazy.
Right. He said, since when is Triple G Black's boy? Like, yeah, you said that. Your boy Triple G out of nowhere.
Yeah, man, cause it's a clown.
Yeah,
That's a
he a
clown.
clown. He don't even want to fight. He want to fight one time this year. Yeah, I think it's in December or some shit.
Mm. Ain't nobody
So yeah,
saying nothing about that.
he ain't even nobody to talk about, man. He don't deserve no kind of promo. Ain't no guys don't get no love over here, man. But it's some reserve flame for him, for sure. Hey, when Amir Khan coming back?
Boys,
Suspect chin ass Amir, man. Damn.
Suspect. That's already glass. That's been proven to be glass, boy.
Plexi ass shit, man. The Devin Haney, hopefully versus JoJo Diaz next. Devin gonna beat his ass, but you know,
when that
I
bitch ass
respect JoJo.
motherfucker, when that old goddamn no fighting that Gary Russell gonna come back and fight. He supposed to be this, supposed to be that. Motherfucker, you ain't shit.
Yeah, you keep flaming every time he come up. You be flaming the shit out of Gary.
Nigga ain't
Like
shit.
he ain't even in the topics. You just bring him up for nothing.
I'm saying he supposed to be one of the best. I'm just bringing up supposed to be the best fighters. Trying to get some fights in. We want to see. We want to see him, don't we? We boxing fans, so we want to see the best fighting.
Yeah, Red said when your boy Amir Khan coming back. Jamal, your boy
Nah,
Amir
nah,
Khan.
that ain't never been my boy.
It's Jamal's boy. Since
Man,
Triple G is my boy, Amir Khan is your boy, homie.
I
Plexi.
got Spence, the only nigga I fuck with, and Canelo.
Oh, hold on. But I'm gonna shut it down, man. I'm about to handle some business. But I just wanted to fire this one off for the playback. You know what I mean? Because it's a serious thing, man. Canelo in hot pursuit, undisputed. But Plant might stop all of that. PBC might stop all of that shit. Like, man, we don't give a fuck about all of that, homie.
So
What you
what?
trying to do? Who
Well,
cares
so
about you trying to be undisputed, homie? We got the most prestigious shit. It's IBF, homie. IBF shit, homie. And
so what going
Canelo
on with
just gotta
Plant? Why he
fall
don't want
back.
to? What's his name? Why Plant don't want to fight him? What's going on with him?
Hey, that's his problem, bro. That's Canelo problem.
Oh,
That's his problem. He didn't want to do it at 60, and Plant might not want to do it at 68. So that's your problem. What you gonna do? Vacate? Go up?
shit.
Would you go vacate your belts, Canelo, and go up and wait?
Yeah. Fight goddamn Abdul
Man.
Turbo.
Or he could just go down and wait and meet Errol. You know what I mean? Since y'all
Oh,
both
he gonna do that.
since they both not gonna be undisputed, they could just fight each other. See what I'm saying? The ones who failed to reach undisputed in a mega fight. You know what I'm saying? They keep talking about it like it's a realistic fight. So whatever, man. Two-time failure of undisputed promotions. He might get it. Who knows? Just offer that man an extra 5 to 10 million, and Plant might actually allow you to get that other belt. But that
Shit,
last red
you
strap.
gotta buy it, dog. You gotta buy it. You want that belt he got?
Mhm.
You gotta buy it. Blank.
You feel me? Triple G holding the belts. Yeah, hostage at 160. So 160, that's out. Like it's undisputed is over with from at that point. When Canelo left, he got off that undisputed shit at 60. Hey, undisputed is probably won't ever happen at 60 for another 3 decades. It's not gonna happen. What's up, Phil? But that's all we got, man. Put something on y'all mind. Best of luck to Santos, because that's his real name, Santos Alvarez. You know, best of luck to you, Santos. Hopefully you figure it out. Because a lot of people ain't got no problems getting to the last belt. Haha. See, when you got a belt on your side of the street, you don't marinate. You don't play games. You just go after that shit. Shout out to Jamel Charlo on the big champ shit. You dig? Canelo had the last belt on his side of the street. He played games. Horrible fighter and all of that stuff. So now you got to see if Plant is going to play games with you. With all the diva stuff you've been on, Canelo. We'll see. Duckeries. Yeah. So, hey, man, if you got to sign a multi-fight deal, Charlo Benavidez and Plant, do it, man. Do what you got to do, man. This is about being great. Being great. You know what I mean? You got a whole bunch of guys, names on your resume. Great. But you want to be able to look at your resume and say, you know what? Along with that, I'm undisputed at such and such weight class. You know? Bud might not be able to reach undisputed at 47. Again. That man already been undisputed at 40. Reminder, y'all must have forgot. So it would be 2-time for him. Canelo could be attempting 2-time, but he ducked at 60, man. It's me again. You ducked it. And you might not even get it at 68. So 0 undisputeds on your record, sir. How many fighters right now got an undisputed notch on their resume? Huh? Okay. What does Plant care if Canelo fights next? I mean, hey, Plant got all the cards in his hands right now, dog. Who gonna out diva who? You want payday. Right. Payday promotions. See? It's okay. Just wait a little while, man. People ain't convinced yet about this work. They not convinced yet. It will catch you. Plant, don't do him like that. Don't do him like that, Caleb. I guess that Oscar fight seems tangible now. Hey, man. And y'all know how emotional Canelo is, how diva he is. So he gonna probably, look, man, make this fight happen or I'm gonna vacate. You know, just like how he made the WBC make all of these alterations for his emotional ass. So I don't think the PBC give a shit about his emotions. I'm being real. Whatever his goals and emotions that's cracking right now, they probably don't give a shit. And you on the golf course. Last time I seen he on the golf course with Steph Curry. Shadow boxing. That's what I saw. That's all the work you can get right now. You want the plant work. Only thing you can get is the Steph Curry work. Elimination. So that's all I got. I just want to leave that on y'all, man. I'm gonna just say it in advance. If this man can't get the fight, the Caleb Plant fight, flame a shame. Because you ducked it at 60. You had an opportunity of a lifetime. Same side of the street. You could have been in pursuit of 2-time undisputed. And then you could have been like, whatever. I'm already undisputed in the last weight class. These motherfuckers just ducking. You know the only person that can say that? I will show you. Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? Flame of fame to Bud Crawford. Already undisputed at 40. He like, hey, they just ducking in this weight class, so whatever. I might have to go up and beast mode. I might have to beast up and go up to 54 and holler at the homie Jamel, who on some big champ shit. Really the only one on that side of the street. That's enough flame for one day, man. UDC BHP, we out.